And today we continue, and you're not going to believe what Mark Cuban said. This is our Billionaires on Bitcoin series, where we're talking about what billionaires have said related to cryptocurrencies. And predominantly, we're focusing on billionaires that tend to like cryptocurrencies, have invested in the technology, the blockchain technology, have invested directly into Bitcoin. Now, this is Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban probably needs no introduction. Mark Cuban, what you may not know about Mark Cuban is how he made his billions or his first billion. And you probably know, you've probably seen him on Shark Tank. You probably know he owns the Dallas Mavericks. He's outspoken. He's in the media often. But Mark Cuban's background, I think, is what makes it fascinating. And his history of previously saying that Bitcoin was in a bubble and that he didn't see it as any valuable asset. He has since changed that tune, and it's the reason that he's changed that tune which I think makes his new found endorsement, if you will, into the cryptocurrency and the Bitcoin space that I think is fascinating. So for example, Mark Cuban's background, he made his $1 billion with something called broadcast.com. He was broadcasting sports live over the internet before anybody was broadcasting anything online. And eventually it was bought by yahoo.com many years ago when Yahoo was flying high in the search engine before there was even really a Google. They bought broadcast.com for over $1 billion. So that was an incredible windfall for him, obviously. I mean, he since has went on and invested in many businesses, successful, on Shark Tank, off Shark Tank, etc. But what you may not know about Mark Cuban is since he made his money on cutting edge technology, he's always looking for that new space, that new cutting edge technology. And I can share with you something really fascinating about Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, I'm gonna wait to the end of the video. There's a reason that nobody's discussing that I believe may be the main reason that Mark Cuban likes this space and he likes cryptocurrencies now. In this article right here from Business Insider, he had said previously, where's it at? He had said before, it's down here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. Basically, oh, here it is. He talked about cryptocurrency. Cuban's financial interest in digital currency world is an about face for the billionaire who 2 months ago called it a bubble. In early June, soon after Bitcoin hit what was then a near record high of $2,900 a coin, Cuban warned of a coming correction. I think it's in a bubble. I just don't know when or how much it corrects. When everyone is bragging about how easy they're making money, bubble. Here's the thing. I was guilty of saying something very similar back then because Bitcoin went on a meteoric rise from well below 1,000 to bam, $2,900. And people tell me now, they're like, is it in a bubble at $7,500? I don't know. You never really know if something's in a bubble till after the fact. But here's what's happened. Mark got educated. This is what I tell all of my subscribers. My main focus in this space, outside of the fascinating technology, what I love most about it is that average people can do research and get access to cutting edge technology. You don't have to be an insider. Anybody can buy a Bitcoin. And I believe that we're on the cutting edge space, and that's what Mark tends to like about it. In this article, basically, he's decided to invest with this gentleman who's launching, here it is, a cryptocurrency fund, kind of like probably a hedge fund or something. But the guy's launching a cryptocurrency fund, and he says, "Look, I think Nick is one of the smartest minds in the space. I'm a big believer that there will be transformational apps built on blockchain. So what that means is this guy Nick Tomeno, who has filed to set up his fund with the Security Exchange Commission. Obviously, he's had a conversation with Mark. He's explained the technology to him, and now he gets it. But here's the tip that I was telling you about that I think probably Mark Cuban has thought about, and this article doesn't cover it at all. Mark Cuban does not like, on one of the episodes of Shark Tank, he discussed how he did not like barcode and scanning technologies like scan, where you actually had to scan with your phone the barcodes, or you like on your iPhone you can scan things. He didn't like that kind of technology because he already thought sensors and RFID scanners and sensors he already thought that technology had already leaped ahead of the whole barcode, the whole scanning technology. Well, what does it have to do with Bitcoin? It has a lot to do with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The number one focus with your Bitcoin is how do you secure it? Mark has already invested in companies that create, make, implant, program RFID chips, or at least he's discussed investing in companies similar to that. But today, RFID chips, or the little chips where you can, insert it under your skin, and you see news stories when people have companies have used this for employee identification. Of course, right now it's voluntary. It freaks people out to think that you're required to put a chip underneath your skin. However, Bitcoin is a reason, cryptocurrency is a reason some people could put a chip underneath their skin. Because if you lose your Bitcoin, a lot of people have hard wallets, but if you somehow lost that hard wallet, or if someone takes it from you, you've lost your Bitcoin. If something was implanted underneath your skin, they would have to literally cut it out or cut your hand off or cut your arm off or whatever to get access to it. This could be another reason potentially that Mark Cuban is a fan of crypto technology once he understands it. And of course, blockchain technology is very cutting edge. So if someone sat down and discussed with him that blockchain technology and what's capable on a decentralized database or decentralized app where things can be stored, or you can use Ethereum and things can be programmed literally in a decentralized way, that's this kind of stuff that would get him extremely excited, just from what I know from seeing what he said on episodes like Shark Tanks and articles that I have read from him. So that's Mark Cuban. Hit that subscribe button. Click that thumbs up notification icon down below. Hit the bell notification. Sorry, it's late when I'm doing this video. Click the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Comment below. Tell me what you think about Mark Cuban in the crypto space. Why do you think he's done the about face? Give me your thoughts. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.